Hi, second graders. Today we are going to be working on math lesson 8-7, problem solving. I know we love problem solving, so we are going to do just spectacular on this. So here we go. Go ahead and turn your lesson to 8-7, and we are going to be working on making an organized list. So let's look at our math words. We have greatest and least. So greatest, remember, is the biggest, and least is the smallest. So let's go ahead and start working. Our example problem says there are 4 young horses on a farm. The horses weigh 195, 203, 190, and 210 pounds. What is the total weight of the 3 heaviest horses? Ooh, so they're trying to kind of throw us for a curveball. What is the total weight? So when I see total, I think adding the 3 heaviest horses. So I don't want all the horses. I just want the 3 heaviest. So out of these horses, which are the heaviest? 195, 203, 190, and 210. So 210 is the heaviest. 203 is the second heaviest. 195 is the third heaviest. And so we don't need this number 190. So they just did the same thing right over here. So now we are going to figure out how much all 3 of these horses weigh together. So there's a couple ways you can do this. Now, you could decide you're going to add these 2 horses' weights together first and then add on this 195, or you could try to add all 3 of those 3-digit numbers together at the same time. So they added 210 plus 203 and got 413. So that's how much both of these weigh together. And then they added 413 plus this 195, and they got 608. So let's go on and let's solve a problem together. Okay, let me pull up the correct page, the back side of this. Let me edit this guy. Mark up. Okay. Let's begin. So it says, read and solve each problem. You can make an organized list to help you solve some of the problems. So make sure we read the directions. Ryan's house number is a 3-digit number. It has the digits 6, 3, and 8 in it, but he does not remember the order. What could Ryan's house number be? List all the possible numbers. So it's a 3-digit number. So 3-digit number means it has 3 numbers in it. And it wants us to organize this information. What could the house number be? So it could be, let's start with the number 6. It could be 638. And let's start with the number 6 again. 683. So those 2 numbers are different, right? Because we switched these 2. Now let's start with the number 3. 3. And again, we have 6 and 8. So it could be 368. Or it could be 386. Okay, how about if we start with 8? 836 or 863. So we have to think, is there any other way that we could put these numbers? 6 has been in the beginning, it's been in the middle 2 times, it's been in the end 2 times. The 3's been in the beginning 2 times, it's been in the middle 2 times, it's been at the end 2 times. And then the number 8 is the same way. So I think that those are the only combinations that you could do with 6, 3, and 8. So I'm going to take my text box and let me stretch it out. And I'm going to list them. So we have 638. We have 683. We have 368. We have 386. we have 836 and 863. So I think those are all of the possible ways that you could do these numbers. So hopefully that helps you. It's kind of a tricky problem, but I think that if you think about it, you just have to order them in different ways, put them in different places. Let's go on to number 2. Sophia drew 4 shapes in a row. She drew a square last. She drew a triangle next. She drew a circle next to the triangle. A circle is not next to the square. Then Sophia drew a star next to the circle. The triangle is not first in line. Draw and order Sophia's shapes. Ooh, this is hard. Well, let's start by reading the problem again. Sophia drew 4 shapes in a row. So we know there's 4 shapes. She drew a square last. So I know I can draw my square last. There we go. Then it says a circle is not next to the square. So right next to the square, this cannot be a circle. Then Sophia drew a star next to the circle. The triangle is not first in line. So if she drew a circle next to a triangle, the circle is not next to the square. So what if we put the triangle here and the circle here? Because the circle is not next to the square. And then it said, then Sophia drew a star next to the circle. Like that. And the triangle is not first in line. So let's see if it follows all the rules. She drew a square last. Yes. She drew a circle next to a triangle. Yep, they're next to each other. The circle is not next to the square. They're not next to each other. Then Sophia drew a star next to the circle. The star is next to the circle. And the triangle is not first in line. So I think that is the correct order. So that's kind of tricky. Sam checks out 4 books from the library. The books have 343, 194, 426, and 418 pages. Sam reads the book with the least number of pages and the book with the greatest number of pages. How many pages does he read in all? Explain how you solved the problem. So it says that Sam checked out 4 books and he read the book with the least number of pages and the book with the greatest number of pages. So we need to choose the least. Least is littlest, so that's 194. And the greatest is 426, the biggest. And then it said how many pages does he read in all? So we need to add these 2 numbers together. 426. So follow along, guys. 194. And then add. 6 plus 4 is 10. My 10, my 0 goes below. My 1 goes above. 9 plus 2 plus 1 is 12. So my 2 goes below and my 1 goes above. 4 plus 1 is 6. So he read 620 pages. Let me move this guy. He read 620 pages. I solved the problem by adding the greatest and the least numbers. Period. So he read 620 pages and I solved the problem. I added the greatest and the least numbers together. So hopefully, 2nd graders, this helps you. Go ahead and try the next page. This one might be one mom and dad or an older brother or sister might have to help you with. So good luck.